So it's me, your boy, the man, NJ2, the city. Shout out, God bless everybody out there who might be watching this video. And once again, YouTube channel, Brotherhood Nation Entertainment. 'Cause I don't know whether I will attach this video on to something else or not. So once again, Brotherhood Nation Entertainment YouTube channel. Feel free to, again, look at everything. The music, the regular videos, everything, anything. Feed your soul with Jesus. Let's get closer to Jesus together. And so on. So I'm making this video to say, shout out, God bless my dear friend, Miss Lucia, who plays tennis for UNF. UNF tennis, like Flagler College tennis and a few others, if not a lot others, they don't really have many American players, you know, so most of their players are like, you know, foreign, you know, and so on. And I just want to say, shout out, God bless to Lucia. Shout out, God bless to you know, the program for swinging so many foreign players and so on, because, you know, whether it's American or foreign, I'm very thankful to, you know, have, you know, those extra people to be there to support, honestly. And more specifically, I guess another way of saying it is I value having that extra outlet of foreign players, you know, to support and to encourage and to mentor and to get to know and be a part of a family. I'm very, you know, supportive of that. I'm very, you know, adamant about that. I'm very, you know, huge into that. You know, I'm very thankful for Flagler College and UNF, you know, for having so many foreign players on their team, because it gives me that outlet to go ahead and, you know, again, you know, learn, build, grow, and discover new things from new people of different perspectives, of different nationalities and races, and so on and so on. You know, and I'm just so very thankful that UNF has so many foreign players, and Flagler College does, and a lot of other colleges out there. But you get the point, you know, and it definitely gives you that other outlet to represent your country more proudly, since everybody's from everywhere. And I never forget talking to somebody that goes to Flagler College, who's on the tennis team, and she told me the exact same thing about how beautiful it is to have so many different players, you know, that she manages from, from several different countries. So you're always getting a taste of, you know, of what it's like, you know, over there in their world with their, with their heritage, you know, and their culture and their tradition, you know, and just everything. You know, you're always getting that, you know, dare I say, that tablespoon, that, you know, that bite to eat of somebody else's, you know, cultures, traditions, layouts, everything. You know, whether it's from food, whether it's from dances, whether it's from music, whether it's from, you know, encyclopedias, whatever it's from, you're always getting that taste of someone else's, you know, different culture, because diversity is a beautiful, beautiful thing, you know, if it's done right. If it's done right, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and that's exactly what God wants. Because, again, he created us all, and he wants us all to worship and praise him at the end of the day, you know, the master of the universe, creator of all things, you know, etc. You know, so I want people to totally understand about, you know, my take of, diversity and having all these foreign players and more. It gives me another opportunity to represent the United States of America as boldly, passionately, and proudly as I possibly could. Because similar to what I think I posted a while ago about the same thing with Nice High School and Valley Ridge Academy, you know, and many schools, but those two, to be more particular here, is that, you know, you might not like your school, but it's important for you to represent your country when you're around somebody foreign. And I want people to totally understand that. That goes really for any school and in all schools, not just, you know, K through 12, also college and so on. But definitely within the K through 12 spectrum, since a lot of people have very iffy opinions about their schools at times. You know, I definitely was, you know, promoting that factor for particularly Nice and Valley Ridge. You know, you might not like whatever you don't like of whatever someone else is doing, but especially when you're around a foreigner, it is your job to, even if you don't like your school, you know, when it comes to representing your school, it's important to still represent your country in a proud, honorable way, you know, and so on. You know, because vice versa, that's what the foreigner is over here doing, partially, is representing his or her country. So that's important to, you know, to, even if you don't, you know, want to represent your school, represent your country, you know, and so on. And that's what it is, you know, God first, most important. And I want people to understand, not every, like, no country on the face of this planet is perfect. They all have, you know, their flaws, their sins, you know, they all have their, you know, horrible histories and more. But, you know, you got to try to find some good in it all and pray to God, on how to grow grow with the good, bring awareness to the bad, and again, frolic amongst the cabin, you know. Don't let all this other political garbage, stop you, from loving the land that you grew up in, let alone, loving the people that you grew up around, and so on. Because God created you like God created everybody else. I think that's something that, especially living in the United States, people need to start understanding more. God created you. God created your forefathers. God created everybody. Take pride in something. Learn to take pride in really everything, but more specifically, learn to learn to, build on the good, raise awareness to the bad, and just keep on, cleaning it up as you possibly can, according to God first, where it is, sparkly as it can be at the end of the day, where everybody can, live, learn, grow, and prosper. No matter what school you go to, country you're in, and so on. Neighborhood that you live, and so on. It's important to do these things, because I'm not joking when I tell you more specifically, absolutely, if you don't like your school, you're totally representing your country. So do what you can to represent your country. If you don't want to represent your school, I'll do both. But if you don't want to do both, at least represent your country, because, because that is important, very important, and so on. And I wanted to actually, another part of this story, if not part of this dialogue or, monologue or whatever, vlog, is to tell everybody that one of the top things that, I love doing is I love representing. If you don't know anything about me by now, I made the face of the franchise album for a reason. I am the face of the franchise for Nice High School, for Valley Beach Academy, really the entire St. Johns County School District in general, let alone my entire state of Florida. The reason why I say that is because I've made a lot of sacrifices to be out there and support the kids of all grade levels. I've been out there putting my, putting the real world work in to get better with everybody, learn everybody, grow, build with everybody, let everybody know my name, see my face, as I'm out there supporting, the kids at their sports. So hopefully, they can get better at life and study harder in school, and so on. Try to mix all that there together, because I definitely say life, school, and sports a bunch and more. And with that being said, is that as I represent things, I do take it as a face of the franchise. Everything I represent, I take it as I'm a face of the franchise. I take it as a owner CEO mentality. Everything that I represent, every school that I represent, every brand that I represent, and more. I take it as I'm a face of the franchise, if not the face of the franchise. CEO owner mentality. Whether that's from UNF, whether that's from Nice High School, whether that's from Valley Beach Academy, whether that's from the school district, St. John's or DCPS, or plethora of others that I can name. I do approach it all from that. I mean, if you just look at how I write at times, you can tell that I take it all in from that mentality of a owner, CEO, face of the franchise mentality, if not just a really good fan, super fan mentality. But I would more so say a face of the franchise owner, exec mentality. And that's just who I am, and that's just what it is. And better yet, I'm just so good at it. So, I mean, why not, claim all those things? I'm so good at it. I'm a people person. I'm out there in the community. I'm putting in the work, having the conversations, taking pride in being on the front lines with you to help you out with whatever, let alone just in general, be better people as Christ, walks us through life, etc. And that's what people got to understand about who I am and how the face of the franchise moniker works for me, and so on. I love who I am, and I look at it all from those various viewpoints and standpoints. And I want people to, especially for, Nice to understand, you're all legends and royals. So act like it. You're all legends and royals. God loves you all equally. Whether you believe in God or not, you are still loved in the eyes of the Father. You are still equal in the eyes of the Father. You're still destined for great things in the eyes of the Father. He still has a plan for you, in the hands of the Father and more. You're still taken care of in the hands of the Father. I can literally probably go on and on and on again about this, but I think you understand the point I'm trying to make there. So the same thing, vice versa with Valley Ridge, is the same thing. Learn to love thy neighbors as thyself. I get it. You're a K-8 school. Not everybody's going to be the most mature right off the bat. I don't expect you to be the most mature right off the bat, especially, transitioning from elementary to middle school And dare I even say, I guess most kids get more immature towards middle to high school, from middle to high school, you know. And God knows where you go from high school to college, how much how mature you get, or and so on. God knows on that note. But it again, vice versa, from the K through 8 and or just middle school standpoint of a school like Valley Ridge Academy, K through 8, it's the same point. I don't expect you to be the most mature with anything, but I expect you to try what you can to think twice, make less mistakes, put God first, represent your school, be as respectful as you can towards your faculty and staff members, and try what you can absolutely to put your grades first, ball in sports, and Jesus above all, win in life. You know, that's what I want from everybody, not just at Valley Ridge, but every school across the border. That's what I want from you. That's what I believe that you can do. And I also, again, believe partially of it, you have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone here and there, to go ask for, extra advice, extra resources, to get extra help. You can't be afraid of that, whether you're in middle school, high school, college. I really don't care. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone here and there. And one of the top reasons why I love supporting, all K through 12 as much as I do, but definitely around the, K through 8 region. And or I did say I got to throw more support behind the elementary school as well, because I've just been throwing a lot. I've been throwing way more support. I mean, over the last couple of years, it's really just been middle school and high school, even though Valley is a K through 8. It's been definitely a lot of middle school and high school, but I even made a video a couple months back saying I got to start throwing more support behind elementary school. You all are just as kind and charismatic and full of energy and yada yada and talented as anybody else. Maturity does not depend on your age. It depends on your mentality and so on. And a big part of what that, again, goes into the fact being of, I don't expect, everybody to be the most mature, but I definitely want them, everybody from every grade to totally take steps, learn, build, and grow. Please think twice, if not even 3 times if you have to. Definitely one of the top things that I have specialized in your life over the last few years is I have specialized in trying to give you an extra support system of love, of encouragement, to help build your character and help you, think smarter, help you be wiser about your actions. That does not mean your ambassador has gotten everything right, because once again, I am a flawed human being as well. But at the same time, God knows I've definitely put my neck on the line, or stuck my neck out there, or whatever the phrases go, to absolutely try my best, to absolutely give you my best so you can perform at your best. And I'm telling you, God has been so astronomically great to me, for me, with all those reasons and possibilities. He's had my back on so many occasions I can't even name how many occasions I had my back on. But he's been there for me, and that's why I'm still here today, able to make a video like this to you, to hopefully give you any extra bits of advice, wisdom that I possibly can. I love being out there at your sporting events. I love supporting you. I love cheering you on. I love seeing you grow, build, and develop. If not just grow and develop. Really, I can use a million different words there. But I love to see that. I love being a part of your coming of age story. As you grow up, from any age group it is, I want to be there for you, and I've been there for you. Look forward to continuing that tradition to help every school build a culture, because that's one of the top things that I want to do. Is I want to travel around to various different schools and help various different schools build a culture, establish a culture, of excellence, of perseverance, of dignity and gratitude, amongst a million other things I can name there. Because I read way too many school reviews that tell me that a lot of these schools have no clue what they're doing, and a lot of kids are suffering, going down the drain because of it. We have so much talent in every school out there known to man, and I exist to be the face of the franchise to help lead that talent into, God's light, so everybody can live a more freeing and more prosperous, energetic, Christ-like life, etc. So with that being said, I love you all. Thank you all for watching, viewing, listening, subscribing to me and supporting me with the fundraisers, with the clothing line built on the brand, NJ to the City. Love you all. More coming soon. Peace.